here's a quick way of doing muscle texture with dry brush, watercolor, and colored pencil. So a big part of this technique is just getting your materials to work right. So here I got some watercolor, it's just some brown watercolor mixed up. You can see my brush is still pretty wet if I go in the front, the side of my brush. So what I want is I wanted to start getting it dried out so that I can get that kind of streaky muscle texture type of texture. So just take a shape like that I want to have a muscle texture in it. If my brush is still kind of wet, I'll stick to the areas I know want to be dark, like the edges of it, and then I can start flicking it out, trying to get some streaks that kind of will be the grain of my muscles, and I don't want to overdo it. So again, a big part of this is just getting the materials to work right, and once you do that, it should dry pretty fast, and you can go back in with like a white. This is just a white chalk pencil, so I can go back in and think about the tendinous attachments at the ends. And some streaks in there. So the whole reason this technique works is that you sort of have left those streaks in from the watercolor, and then you just sort of pick up on them, reinforce some of them by having a few little white lines next to some of the streaks, having most of the white, of course, being where the tendinous attachments are. And then I can use something else, like this is just like a sienna brown Prismacolor, and I can just kind of go back in and reinforce some of those lines a little bit, just to give it a little bit more muscle direction of the muscle fibers, something like that. So this technique should be fairly fast. The direction of the muscle fibers are shown. It indicates the texture. Maybe a little bit of shading. That's about it.